Yes. That's why I start off this live by kissing the badge of Manchester United. We badly needed this and we got it. Bruno sat Brighton down single-handedly. Remember, he has been involved in the 3 goals that Manchester United has scored. Let me even edit the title because it looked very awkward in here. I had even named the title wrongly, giving Brighton a win over Manchester United. Yet United has come up and showed how far they can go to look for a win, a hunt-winning game. These are the things that United needs to be doing throughout the season. We not need to give up whenever we feel like it's done. Remember, it was 2-2. Brighton equalized in the 95th minute or 94th minute because they added 5 minutes into the 90 minutes that we had played. But Manchester United players never gave up. They brought the ball into the defense of Brighton. A player that we've just signed in from Ajax, and that is Danny van Beek. He was played into by Bruno Fernandes. He crossed the ball and it was blocked by the defender of Brighton. That defender of Brighton just gave us a corner. Bruno brought it in. Harry Maguire headed the ball. After heading the ball, it hit or struck the hand of the defender of Brighton, and the handball was the player that gave us the penalty was Maupay, but Maupay was the player that scored the penalty. Remember the first penalty that was given to Brighton that served as their first goal into this game, and Maupay was seen very, very, very sad. Remember when I was doing a live yesterday about the match reaction of Manchester United and Brighton, there was a statistic that BBC was talking about Maupay, I think. Can I trace it? I want to show it to you. Yes, it's in here. It's in here. It read that there is a tweet. There is something here that I really guys need to know, that there is a record that Manchester United have broken today. Let me look for it. Before I continue with this live, United have broken something big today. Today, I have to first look for this thing that BBC wrote about, that these people don't lose whenever that lad scores. We sat them down. We sat them down. Goals got in and we sat them down. Bruno Fernandes single-handedly went in for a punishment for Brighton. Brighton proving to be a lazy team, but at last United have sat them down, as United has won 3-2, courtesy of a penalty scored by Bruno Fernandes. That was the winner of the game. It took the game to another level, as things never went the way Brighton wanted them. We had to sit them down. We had to sit them down, and we've really done this. So here is, look at the second last point. This was statistic that Manchester United have brought down. A record has been broken by Manchester United. A record has been brought down by Manchester United. And this record reads, it was that Brighton are unbeaten in all 11 Premier League game fixtures in which Neil Maupay has scored. And Neil Maupay is the man that served as the winning goal over a handball that he put to Maguire's header that was going straight into the goal, because if he never put his hand, even the defender wouldn't have got it off the goal line. So that's the statistic I had to tell you, that it was a record broken by Manchester United. Good winning style for Manchester United. This is the zeal that we go into the season. Although we've won, I'm happy for the win, but there are points we have to look at first into this celebration. It's good we won, and the spirit in which we won is a spirit of a winning team. They say a heart of a warrior never dies, and United never died until when we got that win. that is well deserved, because these Brighton players were all of us. And let me tell you a secret. Did you notice that the frame goal of Manchester United was hit 5 times by the Brighton players? But United never failed to play back. We came back in style, we played in hard, and United got into the winning lead in the dying minutes of the game. So let's talk about the notable things about this game. There are players that I was interested in about. That's why we need the player known as Jadon Sancho at Manchester United. Look, a player like Bruno Fernandes single-handedly, he has won us this game. Now just imagine if at all United does have Jadon Sancho into this game. You've seen Mason Greenwood, when he has been marked, he doesn't deliver. Let me first, this is the beauty that Rashford scored, and that was the second goal that put us in the lead after Harry Maguire scored the first goal. But in the second half, as we are approaching the 60th minute, a player by the names of Marcus Rashford came and scored a beauty, and that was 2-1. But all never went into our favor, and they scored an equalizer in the added time, and it was dying out. But United never thought it was over. They kept the spirits high. They went in for this, and they ended up getting a penalty that was scored by Bruno Fernandes. This was the match-winning moment for Manchester United. It was a well-deserved match-winning moment for Manchester United. Manchester United sat these people down. They were sat down. They were sat down for real by none other than Bruno Fernandes. Let me show you this penalty that Manchester United took, and it gave them the win. That is the lad himself, Bruno Fernandes, netting the winner, making it 3-2. United has won in style. And for the previous times, when did I last see this? When did I last see Manchester United coming in and winning this? Let me first see here. This last happened in 2011. Bruno Fernandes' goal in the 99th minute is the last scored goal in the Premier League since Juan Mata's strike for Chelsea against Norwich in August 2011. So Bruno Fernandes goes out with that record. Manchester United have bagged in their first win of the season. It's well deserved, and I think Bruno Fernandes is such a player. Very many chances lost by the likes of Brighton, but we went ahead to win this game. So Bruno Fernandes single-handedly put these people up to a punishment, and Brighton was sat down by Bruno Fernandes. So there is no doubt that the referee had blown for full time prior to the reviewing of the penalty. This is the first Premier League game to have a revised result after the final whistle. Have you heard? This is the first Premier League game to have a revised result after the final whistle, because it was a genuine penalty and the referee had blown this whistle. No sooner had Harry Maguire headed the ball into the goal and the defender got it off the line. But as Harry Maguire was heading the ball, it struck off the hand of Maupay, that forward of Brighton, and this called for a VAR review, and the referee went to the side pitch monitors. After seeing it, he granted a penalty to Manchester United, and another record set by Manchester United in today, and it goes and it says this is the first Premier League game to have a revised result after the final whistle. It was a called for penalty. It was a full penalty. What did he make of Manchester United's penalty being awarded after the final whistle? The reply, he says, I thought we scored with the last kick of the game, so I don't know whether the extra time came from, he tells BT Sport. It's a cruel blow. That's what the coach of Brighton is coming in to say here, and I'm seeing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in here taking in that 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 interview against Brighton. Let me see what he's saying. Let me see what he's saying. Let me see what the boss is saying, and that is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, after this game of Manchester United, because it's really a very big turning point for Manchester United. It's a win that was badly needed, and we got it. Today we went in, no life, we only went in for death. This was a match for dying. It was a dying match, and the lads went in and they really died for the club. So there are players, I think, that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should think of not bringing back in our starting lineup when we're playing in the Premier League for some games, such that they learn their lesson, because we are going to lose a lot if at all we continue that way. Smash a like, comment, and share this video. So as we do get the numbers, subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. I was telling you that there are players we don't want to see back in the team of Manchester United, not until they get back to their levels of fitness. The first player is Victor Lindelof. He has costed us very many goals, and today he looked a calamity. They have a very big misunderstanding between Harry Maguire and him. There is no communication. Totally. The defense has betrayed us. Brighton can't put 4 goals past us, and they would have gone, we should count even 7 goals, because Brighton hit the frame goal of Manchester United 5 times. That means those balls coming into the frame of the goal are being let in by the defenders, and the defender in question is none other than Victor Lindelof. Victor Lindelof is in question for all. Most of the players have been playing his part very well, but Victor Lindelof is a disgrace. Look how Aaron Wan-Bissaka played. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was also a disgrace today. I don't know what's wrong with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Ever since he came back from the preseason, however much they rested, they never had enough time for resting. Even other players that playing for other Premier League clubs had the same time to rest. They never got a lot of time to rest, but for them, they've come into the Premier League, and at least they're showing us something positive. But Aaron Wan-Bissaka, please, can you please give us the best you're supposed to give us, or not? Solskjaer, beat the hell out of Wan-Bissaka by putting him on the bench. Bench him for the next game we are playing. And thank God, we are playing, I think, the Carabao Cup on 28th. On 28th against Brighton in the same stadium. We are doing a rematch of this game, but in the Carabao Cup 4th round. And I think United, after that game, United players are going to go into the international break, and I think the international break can help us to see to it that we get back to the frame that we are supposed to be. Another player that I think shouldn't be starting is called Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba has not yet gained his fitness. He's a good player, but even when he was a foot flare, when he came back from injury after the lockdown and the Premier League resumed, in those 14 games, that in those 8 games or 9 games we played, you saw him, he costed us a lot, however fit he was. And just imagine how the unfit Pogba can cost a team called Manchester United in the midfield. He doesn't release these balls quickly. He doesn't. That's why he was taken off and Freddie was brought in, because he doesn't release these balls quickly. He does touches, and his touches are not movable touches. There is a player who holds the ball while he's transcending to the opponent's side, but Pogba does his touches in the same space. He does not move. That's the problem. But if at all Pogba was doing all these movements and heavy touches on the ball while he was moving with the ball or transcending to the side of the opponent, then you would have said he's doing something okay for us. But my dear, I don't like what Pogba has been giving us for these previous 2 days. Let's not see him again until the international break is done. You never know, he might go in and work out for this 1 week that Premier League is going to be off, and in our next game that we are playing, I think Paul Pogba will be fit to be in our team. The other player I thought of is Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood needs some time to rest. I think I saw him. He caused a lot of trouble to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Though Aaron Wan-Bissaka his defending was bad today, this was also accelerated by the player or the defending of Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood, the way he was defending is terrible, and I really don't like it. I don't like the way he has defended today. He almost cost us the match today, because the right side was very much attacked, because it was his fault. And this led to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to bring in a player called bring on Eric Bay to go into a 3-5-2 system, and Greenwood was taken off the field because he didn't come today. He was not seen. I prefer we start with that kind of player, or Daniel James, or Juan Mata. Then you bring in the player in the names of Mason Greenwood in the second half, such that when the game grows, let us start giving him the full minutes when he has got much fit. Or let's bring in Jadon Sancho such that he becomes an understudy of Jadon Sancho into this game as we are playing. But I don't see him having the best of football ever since he came back. You saw him in the game of Luton Town. They brought him on. The players were tired of Luton Town were tired, and he had a fantastic game. He contributed an assist to Rashford, and he scored himself a goal with a beauty of assist from Bruno Fernandes. But you can't put Greenwood on now. You can't. And I pray that the coach of England doesn't call him up again to participate in their games or the international break after him and Foden had some things that they disobeyed. They got out of the hotel room and they were seen with girls. After being seen with girls on social media, the coach sent them away and they never played that game. Was it of Iceland? The game that they played, they were off. So I don't want Greenwood to be called on the England national team today, such that he gets some resting time, he works on his fitness levels and his brain to be back to where it's supposed to be. So those are the players I think that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should look at, and they shouldn't be in our game again, all starting until they get back fully fit. So we are into this time, and now let's go into that game as it was. United has won 3-2. Yes, but I never liked the way Brighton took us for a ride. We were taken for a ride today. I never liked this. You have the right to go in the comment section and tell me what you think about this game. What led to us being behind? Then we went up front. Then we got to a draw. And then we got a win through the penalty taken by Bruno Fernandes. I never liked the way we played. It's like the players aren't back to where they're supposed to be. Those quick passing moments we are not seeing a lot at United. They are only seen in the goal of Marcus Rashford, where a player wearing shirt 18 of Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes, curled the ball through to Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford went and sat down two defenders of Brighton, and we got that goal in, and that was the second goal to put us in the lead. But all throughout the game, we were not seeing the interplays. Those that we are seeing, there is a chance that Anthony Martial wasted. There is another one where he was fouled. I think those are only 4 times. The 4th time is when Mason Greenwood scored a goal where Anthony Martial took off 2 players, passed into Marcus Rashford, but unlucky enough, Marcus Rashford was offside, and when he passed it to Mason Greenwood and put it at the back of the net, the flag of the linesman was already up. So Manchester United has not played well. I'm happy for the win. I'm real happy to see to it that we got this win of Brighton, because Brighton is not the team of the last season. I think they've added a lot in. The coach has changed in a lot. I saw their first 2 games, and I think Brighton is going to be a team to beat this season amongst those teams that are expected to be relegated. I think it's going to give some people a chase for their money, because they are here and they are serious to win. Our defense is still a problem. I don't want to see Lindelof in our central defense. I want to see Harry Maguire going into that defense with Eric Bay. I don't fancy the man called Lindelof. I don't really fancy him, because there is the way even our opponents do tease him out. They target him a lot because they know he doesn't have the power. He only has the brain game. He doesn't have the power for this game, and I think he shouldn't be playing, because Eric Bay is a fast player. His decision making, he makes decision making. However, a friend of mine called here called, is it Vashton? He told me that Manchester United needs a defender better than Eric Bailly because Eric Bailly decision making is poor. However much it's poor, but I like a defender who goes in all out and says, now I've gone into this tackle, whether to be or to get the ball or to be dodged out. But a player like Victor Lindelof sometimes just slugs off in the game, and I don't like that. It costs us a lot. He's targeted by our opponents. They come on and they do the same things to him, and we end up losing. So that's what I've compiled to you against a team. The bad things that I saw in this game. I've talked about the players. I don't want to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer put in the first 11. They can come on and substitutes like Paul Pogba, but Danny Van Beek needs to be on that field. He needs to be on that field to start off because he has proved, even that last goal that we scored, he's the man that brought in the corner or brought about the corner, because he went and he was trying to square the ball into the 6 yards of the 18 yards box, and it went off, or the defender of the captain called Dunk defended it into the corner, and Bruno Fernandes brought in, Harry Maguire hit it, and it went off the hand of Maupay, and off Maupay it was a penalty, and that was a win for Manchester United that was scored. It was the penalty that led to the winning of Manchester United. Now, allow me go into the player ratings of Manchester United versus Brighton. But, okay. The player ratings. David De Gea, I'm giving him a 5. He gave us some saves. Yes, there is a save. There are 2 master saves that, there are 3 master saves that David De Gea made, but De Gea is expected to do that because that's why he's put into the goal, and he's a superb goalkeeper and is good at game reading. He made a save that would have given Brighton an equalizer when the game was like 6 games to an end. I'm giving him a 5 because of that. Both of his posts and crossbars were struck by Brighton until he was beaten by Maupay's penalty. Still hasn't officially saved the penalty since April 2016. Big late save by De Gea. I'm giving him a 5. How many points are you giving Harima? How are you giving De Gea out of 10? If at all you've watched the game today, come into the live chat and tell me what you think about De Gea's performance today. I'm giving him a 5. I'm giving him a 5. I don't know whether you agree with me. If you agree with me or disagree with me, show me your disagreement or agreement in the comment section below. I'm giving David De Gea a 5. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, awful both hands. His dismissal, use of ball eventually led to Brighton winning a penalty. Did not look fully fit. I'm giving him a 2 here at United Social Television. I'm giving Aaron Wan-Bissaka a 2 because of what he did. He cost us. He is not the Aaron Wan-Bissaka we know. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's side does not let in crosses, but today they are flowing in the 18 yards box of Manchester United like water from that side of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Victor Lindelof, I'm giving him 4. Made some interceptions, but was put under pressure by Brighton. They attacked Lindelof, and trust me, most of the teams that we are playing are going to target that position. If at all we don't, if at all Ole Gunnar Solskjaer doesn't realize it early enough to start benching him for Eric Bailly, we are going to be tortured a lot in that position. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to do us justice to get this player off and bring in Eric Bailly. Harry Maguire, I'm giving him an 8. I'm giving him an 8. He led to the equalizer in the first half. He's the one who scored it. He's the reason as to why United won the late penalty. So there is no reason as to why I'm giving Harry Maguire an 8. I'm giving him an 8 because of the goals we conceded. I don't see the reason as to why I'm blaming him, because the first goal, it was because of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, poor use of the ball, we lose the ball, Bruno Fernandes makes a foul, it's a penalty. Second goal, Luke Shaw shouldn't have let that cross in. He shouldn't have let that cross in, but it came in. After it came in, that's when Eric Bailly laid himself down on the striker, and then the ball passed, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka wasn't around or was very far away from the player of Brighton, who just headed into the ball, into the net, and David De Gea had nothing to do. So Harry Maguire was not responsible for any of the goals, but he was responsible for 2 goals. The equalizer that he scored himself, and the penalty that came off him hitting the ball, and it struck the ball, and it struck the hand of Maupay, the player of Brighton. So I'm giving Harry Maguire an 8 today. I don't know what you are giving Harry Maguire. For my case, I'm giving him 8 today for his performance. I'm giving him an 8. It's well deserved. Luke Shaw, I'm giving him 5. 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 I'm giving him 5, though he was responsible for the penalty that Manchester United won to make the game level. Bruno Fernandes brought that free kick in, and Manchester United got the equalizer through Harry Maguire. But Luke Shaw looks not the player that we all need. He needs to step up. That's why we need Alex Telles in. He needs someone to put him on pressure to give us what he wanted. And he's the reason as to why that cross came in and United got a late equalizer into the game. You get? Nemanja Matic, I'm giving him 5, 6. Out of 10, what rating do you give what do you give Nemanja Matic? I'm giving him 5 or 6. 5 or 6. Let me give him 6, because he's responsible for the ball he passed to Luke Shaw, and he was forward, and Bruno Fernandes brought the free kick in, and Manchester United got the equalizer. Let me give him 6. Let me give him 6, because he controlled that area very well. Trust me, the midfield wasn't the problem. The problem was this right flank that was being defended by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He let in very many crosses. Very many balls got to our goal because of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Paul Pogba, I'm giving him a 3. I'm giving him a 3. I would have even given him a 2. I would have given him a 2. Paul Pogba. How out of 10, the rating of 10, what do you give Paul Pogba? I would have given him a 2, because he did what I never saw him doing. Mason Greenwood, I'm giving him 5. 4. Rashford, apart from the goal, what else did he do for us, Rashford? Okay, let me give you a 6. Anthony Martial, I'm giving you a 4. A 4. You didn't come up to the occasion as expected. You didn't. Substitutes, Fred, I'm giving him a 7. He came on and he changed the ball. He did what Pogba was not doing. I told you Pogba's problem is he does very many touches, but he does not transcend to the side of the opponent. But Freddy does it very well, and he gets the ball and he moves with the ball to the side of the opponent. Eric Bay, I'm giving him a 6. He also came up and he did something good. Danny Van Beek, a 4 or 5. So that's it for now here at United Social Television. That's my match reaction here, and that's how I thought United did, and that's my match reaction. You have the right to go in the comment section and tell me what you think about this game that Manchester United almost lost, but it got back with an equalizer from Harry Maguire, a leading goal, or a goal that put us in the leading position by Marcus Rashford, and a winner by Bruno Fernandes, a penalty that was taken late. I'm Rokani, I'm out. See you later. Remember, in the next 1 hour, I'll be back with some news about your transfers that you are urgently waiting. I'm out here at United Social Television. I'm Rokani, I'm out.